Hello and welcome back to Against the Storm. In our last episode, we finished up our town in our first Marshlands town, our second town overall, and got a couple more upgrades in the Smoldering City. We got a few more deeds from the thing as well, but we also got to see all three different giant organism types, the proto-beat, the Leviathan, and I forgot what the third one was, which was the first one we opened up. It was something to do with mushrooms, but I can't remember. Protofungus or something, maybe? Probably. Anyway, so I left the last episode with a question. Should we play a new town in the Royal Woodlands here up against this Fertile Grounds modifier? Because we can't get over here anywhere that's more useful because of our embark range. Or should we play with this Marshlands town with that modifier? And the reason I'm specifically suggesting this tile, or this one here, is because of the fact that they give 42 food at the current difficulty level. If we go anywhere else, well, out here we could get 40 because we could get all the tiles, but I don't think there's anywhere else we could go. Well, we could do Coral Forest for 42 tiles, I guess, in these three spots, but I want to use these modifiers. Plus, I want to push my way out to see if we can uncover some more modifiers, and this way seems more dense for whatever reason. I mean, it's randomly generated. We could work our way out there, but it's randomly generated, so you can sometimes have, areas of more and less density. So anyways, I think we had at least one additional vote for Marshlands over the Royal Woodlands, so I'm going to go with that option. And the first thing we need to do is change our difficulty up to Veteran. This adds in the Blight Rot and Corruption mechanics, which are another level of more advanced, more challenging mechanics to deal with. But it also increases our difficulty multiplier, or our hostility multiplier rather, to ×2. So that means we have a little bit more hostility to deal with. We also lose an additional embark point, so now we're down to only 2, which we started out at 3, but then we went to Pioneer right away, so we went down to 2 anyway, and then we gained 1 through an upgrade. But we stayed at Pioneer, so we netted 3, and now we're going up to Veteran, so we'll be netting 2. We can choose a group here, 9 villagers with this one, but they're all lizards, or 8 villagers with this one, but 5 of them are lizards and 3 of them are beavers. Since the old adage, the new adage, the adage anyway, goes a person is better than no person, we should probably go with this one. However, we should look at what the differences are otherwise. So here we have 2 raw food stacks and a cooked food stack. Here we only have 2 raw food stacks. We have the same amount of parts, the same amount of wildfire essence. This one has 10 fabric, which I don't think we need to worry about. We have stone available here, though. So we kind of are trading off here, and then we have the same amount of wood, the same amount of coal. So you're trading off 20 stone and 10 fabric for 20 jerky and a person, a villager. The stone situation / clay situation is a bit rough. So much so that I might consider, if I take this group, I will definitely take either the stone or the clay. It doesn't matter in this situation because I'm going to use it all for bricks anyway. I would have liked to take the wood, but given that I think I'm going to take, we'll say the stone. It doesn't matter. It matters slightly because you could use the clay to make pottery, but we're going to have plenty of leather coming from the trees. That pottery is a moot point because we'll just make sure we get a water skin recipe. We'll need to have oil or meat to make leather skins, but we should be able to get one or the other of those too, in theory. So let's take this group here. We'll get a little bit extra food, so I won't feel bad about not taking food with me. Like I said, I would like to take the additional wood, but we'll pass on that, and we'll just go with this one. That 20 stone is being usurped by this 30, although I could have taken the 30 more. And the 10 fabric would be good, but with all the leather we're going to get, we're fine on fabric too. So let's go ahead and embark here. I don't think there's anything we need to look at. Oh yes, there is one thing we need to look at. We lose our second bonus here for the positive seasonal conditions, and I think we gained a negative. Yeah, we gained a negative one. So it's going to be a little bit harder and a little bit more involved, but I think we're ready for it. I mean, I played on Veteran, Viceroy, and into the Prestige a little bit, but not necessarily this early on with the upgrade tree and things like that. But we're going to give it a try anyway, so let's embark. On we go. So our force offering for the drizzle is, during drizzle, every solved dangerous or forbidden glade event will give you 30 random raw food. So while we don't want to necessarily exclusively do glade events in the drizzle, it would be nice to focus them there. Of course, we have the Looming Darkness. Here we have Greater Threat, which is danger and forbidden glades of any kind give us -2 to global resolve during the storm. We've had this one before. It's not too bad to mitigate, but this actually is a reason to open the small glades rather than the dangerous and forbidden, because we don't get this particular debuff. Yes, they count for hostility. They all count for hostility. And then on the other hand, of course, the small glades have small amounts of resources. Swarms. Villagers with this effect have -2 to resolve. The resolve bonus multiplies every 60 seconds, and it's conditional, so we need to prevent it with housing, which shouldn't be a problem. The next one is another conditional, nauseous spores. Villagers with this effect will take 200% longer breaks. That's plus 200% longer, so if their break time is usually a minute, which I can't remember what the break time normally is. It's a minute and something. It varies by race, but it's a minute something. Then that means that now their break time is 3 minutes. And then whatever the something is also tripled. It's times 3, with plus 200% is times 3, not times 2. We can prevent this with services. That might be a little rough. We'll see, but it's hostility 5, so hopefully we don't get that high. And finally, hostility 7, a grim fate, which is a simple force mystery. And the force will claim a villager's life each storm multiplied by the amount of years. So if we last 6 or 7, maybe 8 years into the game, that storm will, if we get up to hostility 7, will kill 6, 7, or 8 people. Good fun. Okay, we of course have the fertile grounds modifier, which is a plus 60% chance of glades having fertile soil. We talked about this a little bit in the comments for yesterday's episode. Someone made a comment about how this works. The amount of patches is relative to, I believe, the glade size, but also maybe the distance from the starting glade. Whereas the chance of patches showing up is what's driven by by this modifier and the biome type. So hopefully we'll actually see some fertile soil showing up here, since we have a 60% chance, increased chance of fertile soil appearing in glades. The Marshlands are a gatherer's paradise. We know this one, gathering speeds increased by 10% for every 2 workers assigned to gathering camps. I guess that should have been my reasoning last time for adding a couple of more herbalist camps to that giant protofungus. Instead of just having 2, I should have had 4, for example. I had the workers, and this would have just made all their gathering speeds that much more efficient. And then, of course, we have the giant organisms themselves. So with that, let's hop in here and see what we have to work with. We have a bunch of meat here, so we'll definitely need to get a trapper's camp. Again, this biome is really good for trapper's camps, so if you get offered a trapper's camp, take it. We also need a scavenger camp here for the eggs. Trapper's camp works too, but we don't have one yet. The small glades are actually a bit rare here in the adjacent areas. I think we'll probably cut into that one then, just to get one opened up. And that won't work there, but we can put it there. That's fine. I'll have to adjust my road after we move it, and then that can go there. Let's get them started. This can go here. As always, giant tic-tac-toe pattern. Do that too. And then I'm going to set up the crude workstation and the makeshift posts as well, although I don't really have the logs yet. Yeah, I'm already out. So let's move this back here somewhere, maybe like that. We'll cut a little hole there, and we will get 3 people going on that job. And of course, these are not beavers, so they do not get the bonus. They do not pass go. They do not collect $200. It's kind of weird to see the only 1 icon here instead of 3, or at least 2. The tutorial popped up here for Blight, Rot, and Corruption, or the guide from the Atlas. We're going to ignore it for right now, and we will take care of that once we get a little bit into the game. Before we look at the first cornerstone, let's first look at the first blueprint choice. Let's see, we have Provisioner, Rain Mill, and Cookhouse. These are tough as a first choice, but I think Provisioner would probably be my first choice here. Because we at least get the 2-star flour. Packs of provisions cheap is good for selling at the trader, of course. And barrels we're probably not going to use either because of the aforementioned vast quantities of leather we're going to get. The cookhouse would be okay. We could actually make skewers right off with the stuff we have available to us. So maybe that, but we won't be able to make biscuits there right away until we have a flour recipe. And the rain mill, the packs of building materials at 1-star, I'd rather take these unless we get an order that needs packs of building materials, and then the scrolls. So now that we've looked at our first building choice here, at least, roots per minute or silent looting, which scouts opening caches reduce hostility by 15 points. I'm going to go with roots delivery line. And the reason I'm going to go with roots delivery line is because of the struggles we had with finding roots and making roots into beer and flour later. So at least we'll have a steady supply of roots for the flour making. And I don't have any wood for that yet, so we need to get these guys to finish chopping and deliver. I guess they're delivering now. Yeah, they've delivered now, so that's good. Let's kick that priority up so they'll do that first, then, before they finish the roads. Our first order specifically is delivery, packs of provisions, packs of crops. We get us some amber, some grain, and some villagers. Or, solve any 2 glade events, get some planks, some simple tools, and some villagers. The simple tools are always tempting. However, 6 simple tools is not enough for even 1 small cache anymore. We've gone up a difficulty level, so they go up to 8, 12, and 16, maybe? I can't remember. They go up, depending on their difficulty level. So, if I take this one, then I'll definitely want to take that provisioner. I want to make sure we have the stuff to make packs of crops. Let's go here. And let's go here. Here. We have enough stuff to make 5 batches using vegetables. That's 10 packs. We only need 3, so we're fine. Doing this will take a little bit more time to get to, so I think I'm going to go with this one. How about you? 2 glades. Rebuild or salvage 1 destroyed building. That gets us a bonus to stone and clay, which would be good for any mining activity we do. Plus some simple tools. Simple tools are a wash here, though. First is selling goods worth at least 12 amber, and or using trade routes, and giving away 7 of that amber. That gets us a wildfire essence and 2 people instead. I'm going to go with the Lost in the Woods one here. We also already got 4 people there, so I think we're good. And we're just about ready to cut into a glade, so that's a perfect timing on that one. So let's go ahead and take the Provisioner as our first building. Second building, my strong choice here is the Carpenter. We get a 2-star plank recipe, although we could take the Cookhouse now and get to be able to make biscuits with that root delivery line, plus the root flour. Wait, root flour? Is root flour actually a thing? Now I'm second guessing myself. My choice is, it is, right? Not consumables, crafting. Yeah, it is. Okay. That would give us 2 cooked foods we could make right away. Or we could go with the clothier, which I'm not that interested in at this point for several reasons. One of which is the lizards don't wear coats. And we have 9 of them. So right now it's completely useless to me. I think I'm going to go with the carpenter, though. And then finally, leather worker gets us water skins and fabric, both at good scores here. And then packs of luxury goods we had with the carpenter. The lumber mill, we just took a plank recipe, so I'm not going to take that one. Although the pack of trade goods is actually pretty good here. Or the brickyard, which is bricks, pottery, and crystallized dew. Well, we don't need pottery. And we don't necessarily need crystallized dew either, because we're going to be able to mine copper again in this biome. So we can make copper bars, assuming we get a smelter for it. Or a place to smelt it, I should say more clearly. There's a few places to smelt copper, and we can turn that into tools at the carpenter. So I think I'm going to go with the leather worker here. Plus that water skins recipe gets us the vessels we need that we were worried about. Well, I was worried about. Let's go ahead and set limits here as these at 10 each. They pick up the limits automatically set that I saved from the last map, the global limits there, and then we can, of course, throw somebody in there, and we need to make, let's see what we need to make here. We need to make 5 planks, 2 fabric, 2 bricks, and 2 fabric. So, we could do the 2 fabric and 2 bricks, and then we could switch the fabric over to that, and then finish it with this, or vice versa. Let's actually do that. Let's limit this to 2 fabric, but let's set it to highest priority so they do it first. I'm going to give them all access to everything. 5 planks, and then the bricks I'm going to let them make 10, because we're going to need those anyway. Excuse me. I don't know what's up with my voice today. So I may just cut into a Danger Glade sooner rather than later. It's kind of a dangerous proposition, but it's also a viable one. There is a later game, whatever, strategy, high-end strategy, that says don't bother opening small glades, although this is going to be counteractive to that. But don't bother opening small glades because you get more resources from the big ones anyway, and the hostility here is 5 points for each. Well, in multiplier 2, it's 10 points each versus 20 points each. So they're more valuable to open the Danger Glades anyway. We actually got 3 sets of resources here, though, which is kind of rare for a small glade. 2 snake nests, 2 worm tongue nests, and 3 deposits of coal. And that actually is 3 because there's not one under that tree. Just to make sure I can always carve that tree out too, but I'm pretty sure. There we go. Let's go ahead and put up the makeshift post as well here. And then we can also we really need some of this leather to come in from the trees, though. It's only a 5% chance, so it's kind of low. But I want to get the packs of crops going before we sell everything. Let's just make 3 of those. And then we also need to get that provisioner up and running, which is going to need planks and cloth as well. We could just make the 3 packs of provisions here. It wouldn't be a bad thing to do, and it might be worth it. However, I'm not going to turn this in until I get past 1 impatience point anyway, although I'll be there in a minute, so yeah. Oh, woodcutter needs to move now. So we open up that glade. They're good for now. They're happy. Let's just give you a few trees to cut here for a little while. Hold down Alt so that I don't accidentally cut into the glade. I don't know which one of these Danger Glades I want to go into, and it's a random chance as to what kind of event we'll get, but I probably will just go to that one. I'm going to let them clear some of these trees just so we can stock up on some wood for obvious reasons. Because we're also spending it here on planks really frequently. This needs to be set to allow the stone to be used. Okay, you can't force it to change that icon. Oh yeah, no you can't. Okay. It decides what it wants to use for an icon. We'll let those planks get made. I may just end up, you know, using... Oh, we're getting some leather in. I may just end up using some of that fabric for other things, but given the rarity, the scarcity of leather until you actually get through some of the trees, it might be a good idea to still do the leather worker first. Let's go up to speed 1.5 also, just to kind of shave a little bit of idle time off here. I suppose I should get somebody working on those packs for now. Bugs are going to need a trapper or a forager, so we'll have to worry about that later. We could do the mine, but that's going to need building materials that we don't have yet. So we're going to wait on that. I should figure out a spot to run a road through here. It could just be right here, I suppose. It's probably the best spot to run that road. And the builders, we have one builder. The builder should come in and take care of that. They must be here resting at the moment. Let's flip you guys over here on this side. That way you'll focus on some of these trees then. And then we can work out to the further edges later. But we definitely need some wood saved up, so this isn't a bad idea to just have them do some trimming for right now. Let's actually go up to the 2x speed. Force delivery. And then I can pull you out of there. You're going to grab some more vegetables, that's fine. I'm going to pull you out of there, unless I want to just go ahead and make the packs of provisions here. Maybe I should. It's going to be a while before I get... Yeah, let's just make 3 packs of provisions as well here. They make 3, so that's really good. Go ahead and grab some eggs. And have this back. Oh, turn that off. Go ahead and grab those eggs. Oh, now you're going to go have some coffee. Okay. Let's move this down a bit, and we'll have the road builder come and build a road. And we will definitely pop into this glade, maybe here toward the end of the storm, so that we can work on it during the drizzle and solve the event, hopefully, also during the drizzle. Get that free food. I like free food. Actually, it's a good spot for a road. Really good spot for a crossroad. I'm going to alt this a little bit, just to kind of push them back toward there a little bit so we can have fewer trees to cut through. Okay, delivery is ready. Let's pull this guy out again. There. We can have those eggs back for food now. There's no disadvantage to doing this during the storm. Turning this in during the storm. Except that hostility will go up a little bit, but we're fine. We have enough buffer there. Just want to check on this. Yeah, we're fine. Okay, so let's start with the cornerstone. Rich Glades. 10 more charges for every node. So that means small nodes get 10 more charges and big nodes get 10 more charges. Blight Extractor, a curious invention used for extracting amber from blight rot cysts. Every completely infected building, 100% blight rot, generates 3 amber per minute, but also adds 10 hostility. That is interesting. That is very interesting. I'm tempted to take it. Because we should be able to mitigate it anyway. Now, I know we haven't talked about blight rot yet, but we should be able to mitigate it anyway. And the amber per minute would be really nice. Yeah, let's do it. Because we can always mitigate them during the storm and let them regenerate a little during the other seasons. So let's do this one. I would like that one, but this is nice. This is nice to have, and it's specific, so it's really good. Specific to what we're trying to accomplish here, that is. Let's do that. They'll come and cut these trees first, and we'll see what happens in this glade. People. 3 people or 2 people. People are better than no people, so we're going to take 3 beavers. And I'm probably going to swap them out for the lizards in the camp there. But we're also going to get 4 people out of this, and a building choice, blueprint choice. Herbalist camp. Almost certainly going to want to have that one. The small farm, you know, maybe. And the foragers camp. The only thing we're going to see on the ground here for the foragers camp to deal with is insects, and I would rather have the trappers camp for that one, so we're going to pass on this one. The exception to that is the foragers camp is used to harvest that giant proto-wheat, so if that happens to be the first forbidden glade we open, I will be resentful. But I'm probably going to take the herbalist camp, but I'm going to sit on it for a minute and see what we get in here. Scavenger, yeah. So we have Leech Broodmother, which is meat, so we definitely need to get that Trapper's Camp. Roots, Stone, Large Abandoned Cache, Medium Abandoned Cache, and Rain Spirit Totem. Let's clear the alert there so I can click on the thing underneath it. This is going to cost us something. Oh crap, this is going to cost us something for sure. I'm going to have to build that carpenter sooner than later, I think, then. Did I get at least the 2 fabric? I do. How much leather do I have? Yeah, here. I have plenty. Okay, we're going to have to do a little bit of fancy footwork here. You go there. You come over here. Also, you guys all get lost. And let's... Yeah, hostility dropped. Yeah, great, thanks. Give me those 3 guys. Give me a few pieces here. Let's get that thing built. Let's turn off fabric here and return leather to sender. Get this thing built quickly, please. All you lizards, come and build. They will... Yep, they're going. And then we're going to throw this that off right now, this off right now. Turn these all on. And we're going to throw some lizards at this right away. Now, this is meat production, I guess because of the water skins. That's kind of illogical. Which is lizards. Or cloth, which is harpies, which we don't have. But... we can have some lizards. And we also got a couple of humans, by the way, from that pack of 4 people, from turning in that order. We got 1 beaver and 1 lizard, so we have plenty of people here. Please do fabric, ASA and P. And then scavenger needs to move. Let's give you some... Nope, that's not scavenger. Let's give you some roots to work on. Go here for now, I guess. I want to give them the road to work on too. We're going to come back up there and do more tree chopping, but I want to get rid of these few trees right here. Because that's where the carpenter won't go there anyway. Come out of there. Get out of there, get out of there, get out of there. Come up here again. It's done anyways. Let's build the carpenter next. Carpenter here. Yeah, that works. And then I'm going to use the planks option here. But we're going to have to crank out the planks. Not you, not you. This needs to be at 30 globally. There. And download that one. We don't have the fabric made yet. Yeah, I know. Forced delivery, please. Actually, we do have the fabric made. This one will hopefully reduce. Nope, cancel. Come and do it. This is how you trick them. A little bit. There we go. Carry, please. Thank you. And our next set of orders here. Keep lizards above resolve 13 for 30 seconds. Or give away 5 simple tools to get a bunch of building materials. I'm going to go with the lizard one, because it's kind of possible. 10 coal and 10 building materials gets us 6 simple tools, packs of building materials, that is. 40 coats and 2 wildfire essences, or 8 packs of crops gets us human happiness, human resolve, and a bunch of humans. That could be a good idea. Let's do that one. And then the next one, 50 roots gets us 5 additional beavers, 10 planks, and 15 ale. Or having a blight post and 30 blight purging fire made gives us 10 more purging fire, some sea marrow, and some parts. I think we're going to do this one because it happens to theme with what I want to focus on later. Let's see. We're also going to need to mark these trees here. Now, we need to get these guys going. We need the planks, of course. Need to turn off this plank. Turn off this here. They've already eaten through all the coal, or the stone. So we definitely need to get our mine going. Here, give me a beaver and a couple of these guys. Make the planks, please. The mine, that's what I was looking for. The mine costs... I'm going to wait until we make all the 20 planks that we need for this. We're playing this against this countdown right here, which has just under 8 minutes left. This will destroy our roads, which isn't a horrible deal, but it also will cause villager movement speed to be, I think, permanently decreased by 30% for this map. While we're working this, it's going to cause 200 points of hostility, so we're going to definitely need to get this done before the next storm, or wait until after, which is not going to happen. So let's see about this. 6, yeah, we got to keep going. No coffee breaks. Work. But we also have... Oh, you don't have a shortage. That's good. You folks can move up here now, I think. I'm gonna put one worker in here. Have them bring me... That's tempting. That crystallized dew is tempting. But I think I'm going to convert this because the reduction in hostility is nice to have. We'll put one worker in here. They can go and pick up the planks that there are. And then we're just going to keep forcing deliveries as often as possible. Often as reasonable. When there's at least 5 made. That way they will deliver them reasonably. My beaver's going to get more logs. I kind of wish if they're going to get materials, they would grab anything that they can carry and take them. Like, let's make this an efficient trip, please, game. Yeah, let's go with the herbalist camp because mushrooms. We don't have mushrooms yet, but we will get mushrooms. So I'm going to go with the herbalist camp. You have nothing left to do for bricks, so that's fine. Let's force delivery here, so the next person who's done crafting will deliver. And then the one after that, I think, will as well. Woodcutter needs to move again. Okay, we're going to give you just some more trees to trim, I think. Here. And just do some of that. Just kind of widening things. We also need to worry about housing pretty soon because we're at hostility 3 because of that event. Let's do this and this and that. That's 12. We have 16, so I need a little bit more than that. Low on fuel? Yeah, you don't say. Can't imagine why. Force delivery again, please. Gotta get this thing done. Oh, this should be good, I think. Yeah, it'll be good the next time. So I'm gonna stick another lizard in here. Oh, it's good already. Okay, good. Another lizard can go help shorten the time. 3.5 minutes. We're gonna go 2 minutes into we're gonna actually go through all the whole storm. This is gonna be bad. This is gonna be bad. Let me pull these guys out just to slow down the plank production now. So we can do this. Oh, fine. And that. Oh, we did drop to 2 hostility. Yeah, 2 hostility. We still need the housing, though. We still need the housing. Right? Yes. And we don't have the logs. I have the logs. They're going to burn the fire out, though, pulling all those logs, too. Dangerous. There's 5 more. Build another house. Somebody can deliver. And we are minus to resolve. There they go. Boom. Look at that hit. And we do have a little bit of blight rot going on here. So I think we could probably start talking about blight rot. We're not in the danger zone yet, so not having a blight post is okay. But a couple things. Every building, every production building that is, has another tab here now for blight. The blight rot, this is the cornerstone we have here that can gives us the amber for the 100% blight rot, is looking for this to be at 100%. As each crafting happens, the blight rot is increased by a certain percentage based on the number of little, corruption logos here. So whenever they make this fabric recipe, the blight in this building, the blight rot in this building is increased by 2%. Whenever they make this water skin recipe, it's increased by 3%. That's these percentages here. So you can see they must have made 11 batches of fabric, because we're at 22%, and this is the only recipe they've been able to use here. So this 22% is just for this building alone, and the amount of corruption that it generates here is dependent upon how they get to these 1/3 tiers. Now, these tiers will give you some bonuses. The first tier here, blight rot grows on the structure. There's no way to safely destroy the building. That's not really a bonus. That's actually a debuff, because you can't delete the buildings with that much blight rot on it. This building with that much blight rot on it. This one here, pollen. Blight rot cysts produce strange pollen that affect craftsmen in these buildings. Workers move 20% faster. That's a buff. But you're also going to start generating corruption, or additional corruption based on that. And finally, when you get to 100%, hypnosis. The presence of blight rot cysts creates a strange aura in the building. Workers have a plus 25% chance for double production. So both buffs, but there's negative effects here too with the corruption that's being generated. I believe all the buildings have the same. Yeah, all the buildings have the same blight rot production values here. They only appear on production buildings, not including these ones here, not on gathering buildings. You can allow and disallow burning blight rot cysts, which we'll actually deal with probably in the next storm or so. So we're going to defer that for right now. But we can also look at the Ancient Hearth, because the Ancient Hearth provides this this summary of how many cysts you have in the in your whole town, in your whole in the whole settlement rather. And that's one right here. We've crossed that threshold here. For every cyst you have, 60 corruption per minute is generated. And that's 11% of how much we can actually maximum handle. And the reason is the storm is 2 minutes long. We've already come through 21 seconds of it, but the storm is 2 minutes long. So if you're gaining 60 per minute, that means that one cyst is going to generate 120 corruption over the course of the storm. So if you do the math, then you end up with, you can support your base with about 8 cysts, a little more than 8 cysts. And I say a little more because you can burn them away. If we hit to this 1,000 points, the corruption weakens the Holy Flame's protective power, and faint whispers from beyond turn into terrifying screams. Kills 3 random villagers. So, unless you want that to happen, which there's probably a strategy that says that you do in certain cases. For example, if I had taken a cornerstone that you get some sort of benefit from villagers leaving or dying, maybe. But on the other, any other time, you may not want to do that. So keep that in mind, that you only want to have up to 8 cysts in your whole settlement at any given time. Now with this, 8 settlements, 8 cysts during the storm. Now with this here, they will burn off, or we want that 100% blight rot so that we can generate 3 amber per minute and to get to 10 hostility, sure. So one of the strategies is to have a blight post, and we'll build one in a little bit, have a blight post that burns off some of the cysts and doesn't burn off the rest. And that only burns them off, only burns like maybe 1 off, or the minimum number off as possible before the storm. And then through the storm, you can ride out the storm, or even into the storm a little bit. You can ride out the storm, get up to this 1,000 corruption, and then let the cysts grow again throughout the drizzle and clearance in order to get back to this level. But we'll deal with that as we actually can. For right now, we can't. We need to get these houses done, folks. please. We need more wood. Please, double please. Extra please. Maybe move this closer so that you can walk shorter distances. They are delivering now, at least. We're gonna end up with some people getting really mad at us, and probably some people leaving. Everybody's in the negative now. This is not gonna end anytime soon. It's gonna end right at the end of the storm. I don't know that we have that 30 seconds left there. It's gonna be close. Oh no, we'll be fine. We'll be fine. We're gonna get there. We're gonna get there. The beavers we might lose a beaver. Maybe I can tweak this a little bit. Nope, can't tweak it. Nope. Let's see, we can't... We could reduce the hostility, but it's not that much. No, we're gonna lose a beaver right about... now. Everyone goes. And there that goes, and everybody gets happy again. Look at that. Boom. Okay, so we lost a beaver woodcutter. Not the worst situation in the world, but we did lose one. We really need some more wood, which means we need more people to staff the thing up. Maybe I should have one anyway. Steel pickaxes, +2 to stone production. That'll be good when we build our mine on the coal. Or religious settlement, gain 1 to human resolve for every 70 incense produced. I think I'm going to go with this one, steel pickaxes. Let's look at our caravan here. We have 4 people either way. I really don't need more lizards, so I would, by default, defer to this one. The only thing we need grain for at this point is flour. We can make root flour. So this one is tempting because of the 1 copper bar and the 1 amber. Pottery is kind of meh. I mean, I don't care either way. So I think we'll go with this group here. And let's get some people back in this. Beavers and a lizard. Let's get some planks made as soon as we can. We need to finish the housing as well. Clear that alert. I know we're low on fuel still. And actually, maybe not. Maybe not. Maybe we should do the mine first instead. Let's do it like this, I think. Like that. Do a little road right to it like that. Let's do this road here. We can go up that way. What's that? That's stone. Oh, big stone deposit. Yeah, we definitely want that. Right. Go all the way there then. Build. Good job, everyone. And let's get some people working in the mine. Now, the mine likes... or beavers like the mine the most. I'll put 1 in there, but no, maybe I won't put 1 in there. No, I'm going to put lizards in there. Just a couple. Fire's going out. Yeah, we'll get it fixed, don't worry. We'll get it fixed. If the fire goes out, the resolve will fail again. So we definitely need them to have fuel for the fire. And it goes up and down. It'll go up and down until we get this whole housing situation figured out here. And we need to cut down some more trees. Not those over there, though. Those are too far away. Come over here. Cut down some of these. I'm probably not going to open another glade right now, just because that was a little bit too hectic for me. We still haven't seen any mushrooms. Well, I took it after we... yeah. Let's put another woodcutter up, just so that we can keep working on that. And the housing is done now. We don't have any wood to make planks out of, but we will soon. Actually, they're delivering now. Let's put in a couple more people here. Like that, maybe. Put them over here. I'm going to put just 1 beaver in here, I think. I'm just trying to get as many trees collecting right now as I can for the fuel. Oh, we got some coal from the mine, so that'll help with this. That'll help a lot, actually. A lot. And here's the first evidence of that reduced burn time we got from the upgrade in the upgrades tree. I think it was 2% we reduced the burn time by, or maybe we got... I don't remember what we got. 61 divided by 1.02. No, that's the wrong thing. Something... I think it would be 61 divided by 0.98, right? Yeah, maybe that's not how much it is. Or I'm doing the math wrong. I can't remember how long the default is on that. Okay, more orders that we still can't really do. Turn in 3 ancient tablets. Now that could be useful because but we don't have any tablets right now. We can get a bunch of cooked food though, a bunch of cooked food, or rebuild or salvage 2 destroyed buildings and provide 12 packs of provisions. Get a bunch of tools, Glade event carry, and some barrels. It's tempting. They're both tempting, actually. Tools, though, we're actually going to be able to come by fairly easily with the copper mine when we find some copper. Wait, we do get copper in. Yeah, we do get copper in this place. The copper mine, as well as having planks. So maybe I'll go with this lost knowledge, and we'll see about getting some tablets to turn in. 3 caches of any size. We should be able to pull that off with the tools we're going to have. Glade event carry again, 4 people and some parts. Or have the lizard resolve up to 20 for 120 seconds. I think I'm going to go, well, the meat production would be really nice. It would be really nice. But I think I'm going to go with this one here. Because by the time I can get lizard resolved to 120... By the time I can get lizard resolved to 120, is the meat production going to be that helpful? Also, I don't know if I'm going to see a trapper camper now, so this might be a moot thing. So let's go with this one, which is a little more of a sure bet, and hope. Hope is always useful. Just build me a crossroad right here. We're probably going to punch that glade right across that crossroad, so that's good. And then I have some 2x3 spaces here, or 4x3 space to use for some buildings. What is going to be in this cache? And what about this one? No tablets, of course. Of course. Oh, coffee breaks. Let's move you folks down here then. Back you up against that one kind of thing, maybe. And they can just start clearing those trees as well. We've gained quite a bit of wood, so that's good. We could probably use... Well, how many planks do we have? I'm not going to do that yet. Let's put up the provisioner next. Here. And then... we're going to wait to build the herbalist camp until we actually need it. And I think I'm going to leave everything else as is for now. We should put up the blight post. Should also look at one more house, which is what I'm trying to do right here. Kind of. So maybe I move you guys over here, like that. Let's extend the roads too. And you all can move this way then. Must have gotten just enough. Yeah, just enough leather. Alright, here comes another storm already. We're at least in a better situation all around with hostility, fuel, building materials, all the things. Where are we at corruption-wise? We still only have 1 cyst, so we're really good there. We don't need to deal with that just yet. Then we're probably going to develop some more cysts here pretty soon, though. Yeah, we're about halfway to the next one on that. This one here is probably going to develop some cysts pretty soon, almost to 1. Yeah, this is going to be a 4%, because you can see it's kind of a bigger symbol than this one is. This is like 2 symbols. This is like 3 symbols, kind of, but it's kind of wedged together, too. Alright. But I think we can pop this glade open next, after this one. So actually, let's move you folks over here and have you start working on these trees using alt mode so that I don't cut into the glade. Move you folks this way to work on that. And let's put up another house here. And actually, let's go ahead and put up another one just because. You know, future-proofing for the next group of people who comes. Be able to handle 3 of them anyway. We should probably think about putting up a trader, I think. Where would this small hearth go if I put it out here? At the nearest right there. At the nearest right there. Wow, they're almost done with those roots already. Wow. I'll probably square it up like that, though, with this. So, road goes there. So let's put the trader out here, I think. I may not put a small hearth out here at all. But for right now, we can do that one. Although, speaking of small hearths, we should, or hearths in general, we should put up our fence corner. Fence square. There, and there. Okay, it's Glade opening time. You're going to cut that tree down there. And I also just noticed the time. We're way over time again. So actually, let's save that Glade opening. Let's save our cornerstones and our caravan. And whatever else we've got going on here. Probably this building as well needs some people in it for the next episode. So thank you all for joining me. And I will see you then. Bye for now.